Homa Bay hoye! Umwami, the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga, all governors present, cabinet secretaries present, all our legislators who are present, all MCAs in the hall, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I will try and just make some 2 or 3 points, and then I will hand over my written remarks to the Chair of the Council so that it can go into your library for further conversation at a later stage. So I'll completely reduce my remarks. But I just want to say that I'm happy. There's usually a phrase in English, they say, in the nick of time. I had seen the program and I was supposed to be scheduled to take the podium at about 4. But thanks to technology, because then I was able to realize that Umwami Raila has arrived, and I had to adjust my engagements elsewhere so that I can be here with him. So, and of course, let me give accolades to Governor Gladys Wanga and her team in the county for putting together a very, very colorful and important function for governors and for the country. Your Excellency Raila, we are standing here because devolution, in a way, is the product of different factions of our political landscape coming together. You will recall that after 2007-2008 elections, the Honorable Raila Odinga and the late Mwai Kibaki brought together what we commonly call the Grand Coalition Government. In the Grand Coalition Government, I was assigned the role of being Deputy Prime Minister and also Minister for Local Government. And through the leadership and guidance of the Honorable Raila and the late Mwai Kibaki, I spearheaded the sessional paper on devolved government under the Constitution of 2010, and also to ensure the 6 primary pieces of legislation to anchor the process of devolution and to have them ready on time for the general elections was a difficult task. The Prime Minister was very clear then that we must deliver on ensuring that we get to the next general election with devolution properly anchored and ready to go. So we did that, and in that Parliament, the sessional paper was approved, and attached to the sessional paper were 6 pieces of legislation, which today formed the basis and the foundation for the devolved system of government. So I want to confirm what the chair of the governors was just saying a few minutes ago, that it is not fiction. It is a fact that Raila was at the center of ensuring that devolution takes root. Now, let me come to another very quick point. Maybe it has been said by previous speakers, but I normally wear my other hat once in a while to look at numbers. And in the past 11 years, we are now in the 12th, in terms of the consolidated figure of equitable share in revenue, county governments have received 3.6 trillion Kenya shillings, consolidated in the last 12 years. I will not go into the debate as to how you have utilized those resources. I think the best judges are the residents of your counties, and of course, the Auditor General, who from time to time is charged with the responsibility of scrutinizing how public resources have been utilized. Let me also highlight that through the media and previous contributors, there's been a lot of conversation around efficiency, proper utilization of resources, management of the payroll systems across the 47 countries, the effect of mismanagement to taxpayers. So I will not want to speak too much to that. But let me just highlight that we also have a record that there are about 688 delayed projects across 34 counties, valued at about 24 billion Kenya shillings. And in 33, there are also about 40 unutilized projects in 10 counties amounting to about 400 million Kenya shillings. These are issues that we need to look at. And abandoned projects, abandoned or maybe neglected. In 33 counties, we get a figure of about 20 billion worth of abandoned projects. That, again, becomes a matter of grave concern and critical action from our leaders across the board. Your Excellency, let me just pick up one more issue, well, 2 more issues really. One is that good policies are anchored on accurate and hygienic data, whether it is at the national level, at the county level, or even at sectoral level. I would want to urge that all county governments, if they can work systematically to strengthen their county statistical departments and capacity so that accurate and hygienic data can be generated so that we can have strong a strong basis, data-driven insights into the challenges that face all our counties. Let me also flag something that we need to address, and I mean no ill will, but I'll give a very specific example. And I speak to this because it touches on the portfolio of foreign affairs directly. Sometimes how we manage investments and foreign investments in our counties is absolutely critical. Let me give you the example of a regrettable case in Meru County involving Leopard Rock Lodge. This was a luxury ecotourism facility which was built by a French investor at a cost of 500 million shillings. In 2019, the previous county administration, I'm not talking of the current one, I'm saying the previous one. That's why I said I mean no ill will. The previous county administration officials allegedly orchestrated forceful eviction of the investor, leading to the destruction of the lodge's infrastructure within Meru National Park. The investor, a French national, had legally leased the land and invested in this facility. But because of local politics, the damage was caused. This gentleman went to court. The courts ruled in favor of the investor, awarding compensation for breach of contract and unlawful eviction. The matter escalated internationally when the French embassy raised concerns with our national government, highlighting the damage to bilateral relations and investor confidence. Ultimately, in May 2025, the national government intervened at a cost of hundreds of millions of shillings, shifting the burden to taxpayers and underscoring how local missteps can impose national costs. So I thought this forum would be important for me to make a passionate appeal to Kenyans in all our 47 counties and leaders in all our 47 counties that competition for foreign direct investment is absolutely essential for growth, for employment, for revenue. And if we do not respect the rule of law in those counties, we cause a lot of damage and the consequences can be very grave. So I wish to encourage that we take corrective action and ensure that investments in our respective counties are properly safeguarded. Finally, let me just talk to the issue that still remains a crisis across the board. And this is garbage collection, solid waste management. 12 years into devolution, we still grapple with huge heaps of waste, blight in our urban and rural landscapes alike, posing severe threats to public health, the environment, and indeed our national dignity. Let us look at this area carefully. Garbage is big business. It's big business. You all know it. Your experts have told you about it. The question is, who is benefiting from this big business. Are we all losing? That, again, I pose as a rhetorical question to the leadership as we review our 12 years of devolution. Perhaps I may want to provoke the leadership of the Council of Governors. Perhaps, if it is not already there, perhaps we can introduce a rewarding innovation and sanctioning mechanism for counties that prove themselves in terms of waste management. Perhaps you can create awards where the resource allocation is increased if a county can properly demonstrate that they are able to deal with the solid waste challenge effectively, and those that may not be able to do so perhaps can be sanctioned so that they can also pull up their socks and not pull the other counties down. It might be, especially in this era of climate-related issues which are in vogue and which are important, maybe we should start looking for the Green County of the Year, the one that really steps out and is able to demonstrate that they are managing this particular challenge and in the process benefit from an elevated allocation during the revenue sharing mechanism. I'm speaking when I know there are legislators here, so perhaps they can refine this better as they reflect on some of these things. So I think I end there. But most important, devolution is and remains the most critical innovation within Kenya's constitutional framework. And whatever the challenges we face, I think it's important to acknowledge that the governors and their teams have made a difference in our society, and we challenge them to continue making that difference and making it even better as we go into the future. Thank you for listening to me. And now, I've been asked by the chair of the Council of Governors to request everybody to be upstanding so that we can usher in Umwami Raila Odinga so that he can come and give the final address. Kama kuna wimbo weka juu.
Thank you.